down as deep as what we feel the technicians really need to have. As Mark mentioned, that they have a couple things that drive their training levels, and they are not designed to train a technician from the ground up for the most part. We feel that we need to get in with a more in-depth base knowledge on the hybrid systems and what the OEMs are offering. We also ran into the problem of availability of hybrid vehicles and components for training because the vehicles are still relatively new. Donations from the OEM, the manufacturers of the vehicles, really have dried up in the last 4 to 8 years, have virtually become non-existent unless you are a training site for one of the manufacturers. So we had a hard time getting those vehicles. And then we also had the need for some additional test equipment because, as Mark mentioned, this is not our traditional vehicle anymore. These things have completely morphed, and the test equipment has had to go along with it. So what our solutions were for the instructor training, we researched and attended numerous hybrid vehicle training classes, looking primarily for ones with hands-on training. We had to find something with hands-on training because we did not have the industry experience already ourselves to be able to offer what we consider a high-quality class. So if you have instructors that you're thinking about, adding hybrid training, that's a key thing, is getting the hands-on training so they can truly be comfortable with the vehicles when they start offering a class and actually have touched and felt the components and have done some of the diagnostics on the vehicle, not just in a book. We ended up partnering with Automotive Research and Design, and that was mainly because that was the training that we found that we felt was the most adequate for what we needed. It goes way more in depth than anything else that we found, and we trust that it is actually all accurate, where a lot of the other stuff we have significant concerns about. We did become a host location for Automotive Research and Design Train the Trainer events. I have a photo coming up in the next slide here that'll kind of show you what that looks like. We had our first one last year, and we have another one scheduled for this June coming up. We'll actually have 2 weeks of instructor training here. The goal with that was to try to make it easier for other